Welcome back at 7:30. Good Saturday morning to you. I'm Maddie Kurth. It's Father's Day weekend and everybody wants to know what the forecast is looking like. So let's get over to meteorologist Hannah Gard for your Weather Authority forecast. Hannah, a lot of outdoor plans for all those dads.
Yep, and we're giving you the first alert. If you are planning on being outside through this weekend, you got to be aware of these storm threats. We're going to see afternoon storms popping up again. The main threats will be gusty winds. We could see some small hail, but that's a lower end threat. Lightning, that's the greatest threat here. You want to make sure you have the Fox 8 weather app so you can get those lightning alerts if you are going to be outside for extended periods of time. These storms can change quickly and you want to be notified when those come nearby. Flooding. We could see heavy rain with some of these storms that could lead to some isolated street flooding. Looking at Viper radar right now, we've seen some little downpours up near Bogalusa, starting to move to the state line there. We have storms building down to the southwest. They haven't done much, though. I don't really anticipate that coming inland, but I do think we could see a passing shower or two early on that the modeling is not seeing here. But once we get to the peak daytime heating hours, 1 to 2, that's when we see the showers starting to pop up, and then they really get going around 3 to 4. And this is when we'll have to watch for all those storm threats. Some areas between the storms, you'll have dry periods. That's why it's good to have the radar so you can actually check that before you head outside. And if you do have outdoor plans, I bring the umbrella and the rain jacket just in case. Those storms really get going in the late afternoon, early evening. You could see some heavy rain possible. We have to watch for a flood threat there, and then they will start to dissipate the later we get into the evening as we lose daytime heating, which is the energy for these storms. The modeling tried to linger some light rain, but I do think that will be mostly clearing out overnight. For Father's Day, same thing. Plan your activities if you want to be outside for a long time in the morning hours through about midday before the storms pop up, because once we get to the afternoon, another round of these storms firing up. Some of these could be strong. Definitely dry periods. Again, you'll want to check the radar if you're headed out and have those lightning notifications going. Monday doesn't look quite as stormy. We're still seeing scattered showers and maybe a storm or two, but it's not those big giant storms that you're seeing popping up in the afternoon. We'll just have a little bit of moisture to watch for, and it's going to be hot in that sunshine. Rain potential today. We're really watching for the flood threat with the heaviest storms. When I'm starting to see these little bullseyes of red, that's over 3 inches of rain, and it could be quick. That's going to lead to street flooding. Watching for that. Some of these bullseyes over near Baton Rouge, over 5 inches of rain. We do have a lot of moisture to work with in the atmosphere, so we always have to watch for that flood threat. On water vapor, here's why it's storming. We have a big counterclockwise spin extending all the way down to the tip of Texas. This is low pressure in the upper levels of the atmosphere. This weakness stays over us and continues the storm threat all the way through about Wednesday. Then you see high pressure building over the region, and that will bump the heat up and back off the rain chances. So 70% today, 60 tomorrow. We might have to go up for Father's Day, and then we stay 60% through Wednesday with that weakness over us. Thursday, Friday, as the high pressure builds, we're not going to see quite as much storm activity. Our highs, though, will go from low 90s and upper 80s to 92 Thursday, and then 94 on Friday, and potentially even hotter than that into next weekend. So we will see a little bit of a drier period next weekend, but for now, dealing with the heat in the mornings. It's feeling like 93 already at New Orleans International. We're feeling like 88 in Gulfport with 81 for our temperature. Lots of sunshine until we get to the storms in the afternoon. We could get feels like temperatures, though, around 100, low triple digits before the storms pop up. And then that helps with the feel out there as we get cloud cover and the rain. For Father's Day, same thing. We'll see those temperatures heating up to about mid to upper 80s. And then the storms come into play. You got to check the radar in the afternoon. If you're trying to grill with Dad, got to make sure you're dodging the rain. Brief look at the tropics. We just saw the National Hurricane Center upgrade this area to a medium chance of tropical development over the next 7 days. We have Tropical Storm Dahlia over here. Lots of storm activity near Central America. So we are watching this area in the Bay of Campeche. We could see some of this try to cross over Mexico into the southern Gulf, and that could be favorable conditions for development as we head into late next week, but that is a very low chance right now. We're just going to keep our eye on that area as we head into the later parts of June, but for now, we have no chance of tropical development in the Atlantic. For us, first alert Saturday and Sunday, because we could see those stronger storms. I don't think they're quite as strong on Monday. We might even be able to back off on the rain chances a little bit, but we'll still be seeing those storms all the way through about midweek, Maddie, before it really heats up Thursday, Friday. As we get drier, we know the heat will take over because the only thing that cools us off this time of year is rain.
I don't know what is the lesser of these two evils at this point.
I was just talking to Doc Griggs about this because to me, 2 summers ago when we had 100-degree days every day,
Non-stop.
unbearable.
Right.
Last summer, it was a little bit more wet. We were seeing those afternoon storms and it didn't feel quite as bad. Now I know it's a nuisance when you're trying to get outside and enjoy those summertime activities on the weekends, but at least it keeps it cooler.
Right. We got to live in the moment more now, planning
Exactly.
to the wind.
Yeah, and as long as you have the radar, you can check it, head
You're safe.
outside, and you'll dodge those storms, but you do have to keep an eye on it.
Alrighty, and we will. Thanks, Hannah.